Today is January 8th, and we are going to do our team recognition and some training for January, February. The first thing I want to make a point of is that January's dates are different than the rest of the year. Starting in February, it's the first and the third Tuesdays of every month that you want to mark on your calendar now, 8:30 to 9:30. Just get it on your calendar. Those are when we're going to be doing our team trainings. The first training of the month will be recognition for top sellers in the previous month. So we're going to be talking about year end and December. It will be top sellers, top recruiters, those that earned the free-for-all or whatever the consultant rewards are. And then we're going to be talking about different things that pertain to the month that we're in, January, and then the following month that we're going to be booking, February. So that month's training is going to be about that. The following month, the second training of every month is going to have a Disney theme, but it is for all consultants, not just those consultants looking to earn Disney. And the second training of every month, which is the third Tuesday of every month, except for January, will be like we're starting it off with Pinocchio. And it's what are the lies that you're telling yourself that are holding you back from being successful in your business. And we're going to be talking about the belief circle and other skills. So the skill sets that you need to be a good consultant, whether you want to do 1 or 2 shows a month or whether you want to do 1 or 2 shows a week, are going to be taught between these 2 trainings a month. We used to get together live at my house and do a 2-hour meeting once a month. But there are so many of us that live in different states that it's just easier to get on Zoom. And those with young kids like Abby can still make it if their spouses or their support group aren't there. So having said that, I'm going to screen share. And we are going to go to our PowerPoint. So hold on just a sec. I'm going to minimize you guys. If other people come on, remind me at the end to track them down as well. So today is January 8th, and we are talking about our year-end training. So I just want to do a quick recap for all of you guys. So last month, we had 3 $1,000 shows. I had a $1,600 show. Stacy Kelly, who's on Susie's team, had an $1,100 show. Now, keep in mind, she had a baby like either right before or right after closing the show. And then I had another $1,000 show. And I want you to note that kilo shows or $1,000 shows happen every single month of the year. So I always tell people, don't believe the lies that, oh, nobody books in January, or January's a bad month, or March is a bad month, or whatever. That there really is no bad month in Pampered Chef. It's all depends on your attitude and the actions that you take. So top numbers, and I'll post these on the team page so you guys can get a better look at them. But the first column shows the rolling 12 months, meaning what have you sold in the last year? And then the current column is what did you sell in December? So our top seller in December on my personal team was Wendy. And Stacy Kelly was number 2. Christine Ozier was number 3. Susie number 4, Jen Mitchell, number 5, Krista Tessman by $1, number 6, Cheryl, number 7, Carrie Savine, number 8, Amanda, number 9, Karen, number 10, Abby, you made number 11, Julie, Melissa, Carrie Sandblum, and then Esther, Val, Sarah Christensen, Christina, and Beth. So I will post this slide to I'll actually make the whole slide available for you guys to view again later. And then I kept going with top sales and all the way through the rest of the team. So I just wanted everybody to see where they stood on year-end sales as well as for December. So great job, you guys. You did a really good job. I wanted to explain that there are new consultant rewards in your first 30, 60, and 90 days of business. And Pampered Chef gives you those dates so that when you start recruiting new consultants to your team, I want you to make sure that they write down their 30-day mark and their 90-day mark. And those appear on Consultants Corner, but also in their welcome email. So here's all the people who have gotten PC dollars so far. So Donna Bisson has gotten 300. Esther has 200. Krista Tessman's leading the forefront here. She has 500. 300 for Michelle, 200 for Val, 100 for Dareth, 300 for Jen, 100 for Linda. Over here we have 100 for Abby, 200 for Amanda, 300 for Barbara. So woohoo! We got some good new consultant rewards. I don't know what you guys are going to be spending on. You can use it for supplies. You can use it for products. You can use it for national conference. You can use it to buy door prize things, all kinds of fun stuff. So we're going to do just a quick recap. Last year, 2017 versus 2018. So 2017, we did 31,450. 2018, 27,496. So one of the things I do when I look at our numbers is to look at our overall personal sales and then our organizational sales, okay? So this was our month. So we were down by 4,000, 4,500 in December. But overall, between 2017 and 2018, we're also down. But here's an interesting thing. We're doing more shows. And what that means is that we're actually doing more virtual shows, which have a lower show average. So our sales are lower. So, and we have more team members. So we had 36 team members in 2017, and we had 40 team members in 2018. So it just goes to show that we need to plan on a lower show average if you're trying to earn your Disney trip with virtual parties, okay? Live shows sell more because I can tell you many a times that shows guests have said to me, oh my gosh, if I hadn't tried that, I probably never would have bought it. I've seen it in the catalog before, but like the manual food processor and other things like that. So now we have the free-for-all for December. So now we are earning the new products for the spring line. So we don't know what we're earning, just like we didn't know the quick cooker, but we got the word from people that had seen what we were getting, the national executives. They were like, oh my God, tell your people you have to hit the $1,500. You have to hit the $1,500. And then we ended up with a $240 quick cooker if you had hit the $1,500 level. Well, they said the same thing this time, that there's a really big ticket item. It's going to be on the cover of the catalog, I think, if you hit 1,500 in January. So make sure that you guys are hitting the 1,500 if you can at all possible, and make sure you're tracking your numbers. Look at Krista Tessman. She made it by 62 cents. So I earned level 3. Wendy, Stacy, Susie, and Krista all earned level 2. Carrie and Carrie both are in level 1. So you guys are all going to be getting some new products. Now, I know I just finished telling you that the first and third Tuesdays of every month is our team meeting, but guess what? Fall kickoff is Monday, the day before our team meeting. So rather than have you guys on 2 different times in 2 days back to back, in February, I'd like to move our team meeting to the, well, I'll get back to you on that because there's still stuff we need to cover. But there's going to be a video for fall kickoff where we get to see the new product. So maybe we'll just have that an additional, like everybody grab a beverage of their choice and we'll all get on Zoom and we'll all watch it together and see what the new products are revealed. Talk about how we can sell those. Okay, so what happens? Today was a snow day in New Hampshire. We had snow. There were delays. I don't think there were any cancellations. We only got a little bit. But what happens if school cancels? All right. If school cancels, we're going to do a booking blitz, a snowman. We're going to build a snowman. So if people are at home, you want to make sure that you are talking to people because they're going to stay inside until the snow stops before they go out and snow blow or plow. So I'm going to show you how to get the snowman that you can download, and I want you to get a list of potential bookings from your contacts, and then you're going to text or private message them a message. And I just plugged in what Susie Arugio just did recently. She's like, is one of your New Year's resolutions to eat healthier? I'm looking for 2 people to test out a new Pampered Chef recipe theme in January. We'll test out a recipe for healthy weeknight meals, and you'll get free products to help with your goals. Plus, it's double free product month. What do you say? And she already booked a show from just that word choice. And then you're going to add the January host image. So when you go into contacts under your consultant corner, you can scroll down off to the side, and if you've clicked anybody that says that they're a potential host, you can get that list and start texting them. You can print out that list, and then you can check them off. So I'm going to pause for a second here, and I'm going to expand your guys so I can see all of you guys. Raise your hand if you saw this checklist of 5 contacts a day, or the post about 5 contacts a day on our team page. Linda, Christine. I can't see anybody else. Hold on. Christine, Tammy, Carrie. All right, I can't see Jen. She didn't see that. Abby, did you see that? I'm sorry, I had you muted.
I know.
There you go.
Christine and Barbara and I were talking about it. I'm not sure if I saw the post.
Okay, so I am going to just escape from this a second. Oops, there's our snowman. This is the snowman that you're going to be downloading. All these fun snowmen. So you're going to actually build this snowman. When you get 1 booking, you're going to post this picture. And then once you get 2 bookings, you're going to post this picture. And then 3 bookings, 4 bookings, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because remember, 8 will make the grade, right? So let me see if I can escape from there. There we go. Let's just jump over here. I just wanted to jump over for a second and go to our team page. And I just want to scroll down and show you what I'm referring to. Because one of the things that's real important is that 5 contacts a day will help you to be in front of enough people that 30, 60, or 90 days from today, you will have business. It takes time. I love that, Christine, by the way. It takes time for bookings to happen. So right here, make 5 two-way contacts a day and post a picture below. So this was my picture of the first 5, the next 5, and the next 5. Now, I am reaching out to all these people. Some have gotten back to me so that they're considered two-way conversations. But I will tell you, out of all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I reached out to 28 people, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 28 actually spoke to me. Either responded by text, emailed me back, or I spoke to them live on the phone. So my stats are 5 and 28. Okay? This is important to keep track of this year. And we're going to be having some calls with some of you. Some of you, we've already done our calls together, but I want you to keep posting in this same picture here. So when you post your 5, it'll bump this picture to the top. And the reason I want to keep it all under the same line is so that you won't end up seeing all of the details. You know, I don't want 20 posts of the exact same thing. I want it all to stay under the same comments. But it'll help you see who's making the 5 contacts a day and building their business. So let's go back to our snowman here. So when it's snowing out and it's a really bad weather, we are going to build a snowman together. And especially when it's, those of you in Georgia, you probably have hurricanes. So when it's hurricanes out, you guys are going to build, we'll get you a different image because you don't have snowmen to build. But the point is that when people are at home, that's when you want to take advantage of it. Okay, so now let's just chat for a second. Why would people book for January or February? For starters, double free, right? How about New Year's resolutions? The new year, a new you. Even a salad in a jar class. Carrie's one of our newest consultants on our team, and she's going to be doing a salad in a jar class coming up, I think, on Saturday, she said. Let me see if I can see Carrie. Nod your head, Carrie. Is it Saturday? Yes, it's Saturday. So she's doing her very first live show, and she's doing it on Saturday. So a salad in a jar class. And if you don't know how to do that, no problem. We have little trainings that we can teach you on that. I'm doing a 10 at a time power cooking class next week at a show that a lady asked about. I can teach you more about that as well. A lot of times people just want to be around their friends. They're done with their family. Not that there's anything wrong with family. I love my family to death, but sometimes people just are like, you know, the holidays were around. You had to be around like old Uncle Ed or something like that. And you're just like, oh, please, let me be around the people that I really like. So people will host shows just to get together with their friends again. Soup and slipper themes have been really fun. And if you market this right, you'll have such a good time. People wear their funniest, craziest, or ugliest slippers to the show, or they bring it with them. And we all put our foot into a circle, and I take a picture. And while I'm at the show, I post it on Facebook, and I say, vote for your favorite slipper. And then at the end of the show, we go on Facebook and we see how many people have voted on the bunny or on the, you know, the glitter one or whatever. And I give out a door prize for the cutest slipper. It's really fun. So getting a theme that you're behind that you find fun doing is really important, because hosting a show is one thing, but having some friends together for a theme show is even better. Comfort food, fresh and healthy weeknight meals, that is always popular in January. Everybody just made New Year's resolutions, and they're trying to find something new to eat. We need to be able to help them come up with solutions. If you have the quick cooker, I have that taco soup that is 0 calories Weight Watcher wise. You could offer that in the quick cooker, or I'm doing the chicken and asparagus over rice. They don't have to have the rice if they don't want. So that's a good reason. Football, Patriots are playing Sunday. Woohoo, it's my birthday. They better win. So game day theme shows. I love the Patriots. Not a lot of people like football, but a lot of people do. So if you get into a crowd and you offer this, because those people who love football will jump right in. So you can offer, there's chicken fajita bites, there's chicken chipotle dip, there are twice baked potato bites. If you need ideas on what to make for these themed shows, I can help you with that. Now remember, you don't need to buy new products just to make the theme. You tell me what you have for products, we'll work around it. So now we're going to February, right? By the 15th of the current month, you should be trying to book the following month, February. Now, you'll probably get some bookings for the end of January just because it's double free. People are going to try to squeeze in the end of the month because they want to get in on the double free. I totally get that. But try, as an example, by the 15th of January to start booking your February calendar. So then you're going to be talking Valentine's Day. We have a fun white chocolate stuffed strawberries. There's brownies that you can make in the brownie pan that are heart-shaped. How about cabin fever? You know, when it starts to get cold and nobody wants to go out, we could do a cabin fever one. But don't forget, I mean, if you live in a warm environment like Tammy and Jen, you can be doing office show, pamper an office by dropping some catalogs and some snacks by. And I've done a whole training on how to pamper a business, you know, introducing yourself. Hi, I'm new to the area. Now, I am on a Thursday call every Thursday with a group of people called Masterminds, and I posted Connie Flores. I challenge you to listen to her 1-hour booking talk, and she was also highlighted in the Stir or Focus on Pampered Chef just recently. She sells like $250,000 personally a year. She is like this rock star superstar. She and there's 2 other girls that I meet with. One of the girls just moved to Montana, literally just moved last week. When she was Zooming with us last Thursday, she had boxes everywhere and her TV was on the floor. She just has a recruit lead from her dentist's office, and she has a recruit lead from her son's soccer team. She's been in town 2 weeks. So I asked her to do a recording that I can share with you guys, just to give you some ideas. Because all of us feel like sometimes like, oh, I've talked to everybody I know. Well, here she doesn't know anybody. So never mind the people you don't know. She's talking to people she doesn't know. So, and she's got recruit leads, and she's getting her bookings going, and she's showing her team that, you know, you can start and travel with a business. So she's military, so she's had to do this a couple times. So she's getting good at it. Okay. So for the newbies on here, I always want to refresh you about what the specials are. This special here, when you look up the rewards at the very bottom underneath where this picture is, it gives you the details of how the rewards work. Host your party January 1st to the 10th and get a free snack bar maker set. Your show has to be dated between the 1st and the 10th, and you have to submit the show before midnight Central Standard Time on the 10th. You don't have to add an item for the snack bar to ship. It will ship automatically from Pampered Chef if your show is dated between that day and you have closed your show and it submits by midnight Central Standard Time. So there's nothing you need to do. You will notice, though, that double free begins here. It begins when you hit 650. So normally they would get 115, they get 230. In addition to double free, they also can choose one of these at 60% off. This is a screaming deal, okay? So if this is something that you're interested in, you can host your own show. $200 in sales, and you can choose one of these at 60% off. Okay. Okay, new consultant rewards. We're calling it Share the Love this year. Last year I had, and I still have it, a large piece of like wax paper. Here, I'll just grab my computer so you guys can see. You guys see my sheet here? I just took last year's off and I started our new one because we're in 2019, and we're going to share the love with people. So we're going to have a list of everybody in our organization that decides to join, and then we're going to track whether they hit their 1250 and when they get qualified so that we can all cheer them on. They earn their bonus of the quick cooker when what happens? Somebody unmute and tell me. How do they get the quick cooker?
When they reach 1250.
There you go. So that's what a qualified recruit is. Do they have to hit 1250 in their first 30 days to get it?
Yes.
Yes. What happens if they hit 1250 and it takes them 60 days? What do they earn then?
Extra PC dollars?
Yes. Doesn't matter if it takes them 2 months or 3 months, as long as they are submitting something. So let's say they submit $250 the first month and $500 the next month. And let's say it takes them 3 months to hit the $1,250 mark. As long as they do it within 90 days, 30, 60, 90 days, they can earn 100 Pampered Chef dollars. But this is the carrot that they're dangling. If they hit it in their first 30 days and they get 100 Pampered Chef dollars, but then they also get the quick cooker for free. So I'm just checking because we were supposed to have somebody else on. So I'm going to start by asking a couple of you guys. Jen Mitchell, I'm going to start with you first. Tell us, what do you do if you do another job? Do you have kids, and why did you start Pampered Chef? You're muted. Let me unmute you. Oh, you're going to have to unmute yourself. Must be on your phone.
All right, there we go. Sorry, I was trying to figure out if you were unmuting me or what was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So I am a speech. Why? So first, I tell you why. Okay. So why did I start my Pampered Chef business? Basically because Sue really needed someone else to join her team. She needed 2 people a month, and so she begged me, basically. And I said, okay, I'm going to do 3 parties and stop, and you're not going to be mad at me, right? And she said, right. And so I climbed aboard, and I did, maybe 3 parties. And I got my first commission check, I think, or was like $400. And I was like, wow, that's not bad for not really leaving my house at all. So I stuck with it. I am a speech and language pathologist full-time in a school, so I do have another job. I have 1 child. I'm a single mom. And that's everything, I think.
And you travel an hour one way to work, too. right?
Yeah, it's kind
Okay.
of crappy.
Yeah. All right.
Although I just had a job interview yesterday at somewhere more local, so we'll see.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Okay, so let's go to Christine. I can't see you, but I think you're still on here. Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
I have to slide all the way this way. Christine, tell us, what do you do if you have another job? Do you have any kids, and why did you start Pampered Chef?
Well, first off, I had retired from work to spend more time with my hubby, doing some traveling in our little camper because he's been retired, so we could afford it. So I did. You didn't have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
And I was invited to an online party by my cousin. And I love Pampered Chef, but I haven't heard anything of it in a long time. So I was like, well, I'm curious how this works. So, okay. And Jen was the consultant, and she was living in New Hampshire at the time. And my cousin lives in Arizona. And it just blew my mind that this was so mobile, that you could just do this from anywhere like this. And it was fun online. And I thought, geez, I could do this. I could have PC whenever I want it. If there's something I want, I can just get it. And I don't have to pay full price.
Yeah.
And I can take it with me wherever I go. So that's what I did. I joined.
Awesome.
My children are all grown. None of them will live home.
Uh-huh. You got grandkids though, right?
Grandkids, children. We have family get-togethers at least once a week, sometimes more.
Awesome.
There's a lot going on around here.
Carrie Savine, are you on? I see you there.
I am.
Okay, tell us what you do for your other job, if you have children, which I know you do, and why you started Pampered Chef.
Okay, so I actually have two other jobs. I work full-time in sales for a propane company, and then I also work at like a health and beauty shop part-time, and then I also do Pampered Chef. And I do have children. I've got a 12-year-old girl and a 17-year-old girl. And I started Pampered Chef to earn money, extra money, and to have a hobby of something that I enjoyed. And here I am. I think I started in April, I believe. So I haven't made it quite a year, but it's been pretty successful so far.
Very close. You've been our top seller. You've been in the top selling mark more than once. And by the way, Carrie was very much like me. She did not know how to cook. And when I showed up at her show, one of the girls said, oh my God, I came to this show because I heard Carrie was going to cook something. The last time she cooked, she set her oven on fire or something like that.
I did, yes.
Yeah, so you don't have to know how to cook to be a good Pampered Chef consultant. All right, so Abby, I'm going to ask you, you're going to be my last one for now. Tell us, I'm going to unmute you. Tell us, do you have another job? Do you have children, and why you started?
I do have another job. I manage a dental office full time. I do have children. One of them is here right now. They're 6 and 2. She, by the way, is your biggest fan. Every time you woohoo, she does too.
Oh, good.
And you said it was your birthday, and she goes, "Happy birthday!"
Oh, thank you.
And I joined because I love to cook, and I really love the products. And this is something I can do for me, which is not a lot of things in my life right now.
Amen to that, sister. I hear you. All right, so. What?
Mother's asleep. Yeah, her brother's asleep.
Oh, good. You've been
should be.
very good. So the reason I did this little exercise here was because I wanted you guys to see that people come to the table, people come to our business for a lot of different reasons. One of the questions I'm going to start asking at my Q&A round at the end of my show is what percentage of Pampered Chef consultants work a full-time job? Does anybody want to guess on that? I posted it at one.
85.
Close, 90. 90% of us work full-time jobs in addition to Pampered Chef. So the second question I'm going to ask as part of my recruiting questions at the end of my show is, how many shows do you think the average consultant in Pampered Chef does? Somebody want to guess on that?
A month or a year?
A month. How many shows a month?
4.
Nope. Somebody else want to guess?
8.
Nope.
6.
2.
2.
Average consultant only does 2. So most of our consultants are hobbyists. So the first question is 90% work full-time jobs. The average consultant only does 2 shows a month. My third question is going to be something like, Linda, if I handed you $300 today, what would you most likely spend it on? And then Linda's going to unmute herself and she's going to tell me, if I handed you $300 today, Linda, what would you spend it on?
Bills.
Bills. All right. So that's a good answer. Some people might say they're going to take a trip. Then you'd say, where would you want to go? That kind of thing. Why did I pick $300? Anybody know why? Because that's what the average consultant doing 2 shows a month is going to earn. Somewhere between $120 and $150 per show based on how much their sales are. So then the third question or the fourth question I'm going to ask is, what do you think my highest commission check to date is from Pampered Chef? Somebody want to guess on that?
$7,000.
$7,600 in 1 month. Yes. So a lot of people don't know that. So that's kind of a cool thing, because that tells the people that are out there already making good money that this is a career. It isn't just a hobby. It can be a hobby. It was a hobby for 7.5 years for me. And it is totally okay if you want to be a 2-a-month consultant. I'm never going to push you to do more unless you decide that's what you want. So that's awesome. All right. Let's continue. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we're coming into income tax return time, which is a good thing and a bad thing, right? It's a good thing because people are going to have more money this month and next month. You're going to have people that once they get their income tax return, they're going to invest in themselves, and we're going to offer them the business, and they're going to say, as soon as I get my tax return money, I can do that. Because there are people out there that need the income tax money in order to pay for the kit. If you're running into people who could really use some extra money, this is really a heaven send. Jen posted a post about this, about how Avery's dad stopped paying child support because he lost his job, and Jen's down $500 a month. If it wasn't for Pampered Chef, what would the average person do if that happened to them? $500 a month is a huge chunk of a running budget. So if you couldn't just increase your pay by that, it would really devastate your family, right? Well, having Pampered Chef as an opportunity that you can just gear up and do more shows with a little extra work, then you can come out of that financial situation and not let it devastate you. So I want you to be thinking about texting people. Hey, Sarah, this might be the farthest thing from your mind, but I was wondering if you've ever considered earning extra income doing something like what I do. I think that you would be great at this. And then you have to wait for the yes or the no. If they say yes, but, that's what I want to hear from you. So part of what I want you guys to start getting in the habit of doing is taking a screenshot of how they reply to you. What you texted to them, send it to me. What they replied back to you, send it to me. So that I can help you say, well, try saying this. Let me help you with that. So until you get comfortable with what to say, you can just screenshot it to me and I'll help you with that. So you want to be able to say, would you like to know more about that to see if this might be a good fit? I use that phrase a lot when I'm talking to potential team members because I don't know if it's a good fit for them. I don't know whether they're willing to sacrifice some time away from the television to actually put into doing some work or taking some trainings or learning the business. It might or might not be a good fit, but they won't know if they don't sit down and at least have a phone call or a cup of coffee with me. I'm having a call tomorrow with a lady that I met this past summer. So as I said, things cultivate 30, 60, 90 days, 30, 60, 90 days. So she told me she'd be ready in January, and it's January. Okay, so taxes in regards to us. So taxes are going to be good because more people are going to book shows. People get paid on the 1st and the 15th if they work for like the government or something like that. So you want to close your shows close to paydays, and you can ask your hostess right out, hey, do you guys get paid every Friday or do you get paid every 2 weeks? because that makes a difference on when you should close your show or when you should hold your show. Okay. So tax tips. I have posted an Excel spreadsheet that I use personally that my husband created for me years ago. A lot of the tabs, you don't need all those different breakouts now because like meals and entertainment used to have meals and entertainment. Like if I took some recruit lead out for a cup of coffee at Panera, I could write 50% of that off. That used to be how it was. But if I traveled to Chicago for a national conference and it was travel, I could write 100% of my coffee and my food off. Well, it's all different now. So my Excel spreadsheet's a little out of date. I use TurboTax for Business. It's the one that says right on the box for 1099s because we get paid by a 1099. It's super simple. You click in your information, it says, do you have any of this? I'm like, yeah. And there's little boxes. You click on it and it's like, what is that? And it's like things like this. And they actually list off all the different things. The majority of our tax deductions, people, are these things, and I'll wrap it up shortly. I am not a tax expert. I'm going to tell you right now, you should always consult a professional. I am just your upline director. So products, food and groceries, if you're using it for a show, mileage. I do not do expenses. Mileage is way better. The government gives you 54 cents a mile. You need to have a mileage log. I'm actually entering in my mileage log right now for the year. You need to just go to Walmart or Staples. You get a vehicle mileage log. You start the beginning of the year. You need to have a beginning of the year mileage and an ending of the year mileage, okay? So at the very beginning, you write your mileage. And whether you're going for business or personal, you don't have to log your personal, but you have to log beginning and ending of your business. And then at the end, it's going to ask for total mileage. But you have to be able to prove it later with the IRS if you ever get audited. So I keep this book and I throw it in the box with all my 2018 taxes. So mileage is my biggest deduction. Then postage is my next biggest deduction. Now keep in mind, if you drive to the post office to mail a host packet, the mileage to and from the post office, the mileage to and from the bank to make your deposits, the mileage to and from team meetings, the mileage to and from trainings, all of that is tax deductible. Your telephone and cell phone bill, if you use, according to the IRS, last year at least, I haven't done my taxes yet this year, if you use an office space solely and regularly, so if you have a desk, but your kids do homework at your desk, you're not allowed to write that desk off. So if you have a desk that's designated your office space and you send an email from that desk every day, then that's regularly. So if you're there, even if it's just 3 times a week, you can write a percentage of your home off. So you take the square footage of your whole home. I have a 24 by 34 little cape. And then I take the square footage of the office space, and let's say that's 10% of my home, then 10% of my electric, 10% of, well, I don't have a mortgage anymore, but 10% of your taxes, 10% of all of your bills, and it'll walk you through it on TurboTax. All of those expenses are a tax deduction. You should be able to get tax return based on owning your own business. We had a girl that joined our team solely because her tax accountant said, you make too much money for your daughter to get financial aid for college. You need to start a home-based business so that you have more tax deductions. So I told her that she needed to start Pampered Chefs. So she started Pampered Chefs simply so that she had more deductions off of their income. So I will make this whole PowerPoint available for you guys so that you can go back and look at that. But if you go to our team page and you use the search bar on the side and you just type in taxes, there'll be forms that are listed like this with even more detail on them. Okay. Okay, action for this week. I'm giving you guys a little challenge. I want you guys to go live with a recipe for 2 to 3 minutes tops. Save it to your phone. Then upload it to your VIP page and your virtual parties. Or if that totally is going to give you heart palpitations and you're going to throw up on screen, you guys can take a photo of a recipe that you've made and then you're going to green dot 20 people with it. And what do I mean by green dotting? Unmute yourself if you understand what green dotting means.
Using the who's on Messenger,
Yes.
who's online, and hit them up.
That's right. So when people are on Facebook, off to the side, they'll show up with a green dot. That means they are live on Facebook. So you're going to take a picture of your recipe. You're going to post it on your Facebook page. So if you guys are not on my customer VIP page, you guys need to join that. It's called Cooking with Sue Moulton, Pampered Chef, and I will accept you there. 2 things I ask. When I add you to that page, be careful that you don't post. I have it blocked, so you actually can't post without my permission. But a lot of consultants, it happened just yesterday, where somebody commented on my VIP customer page. I posted the pictures of our carrying tote bags. You know, Pampered Chef makes those polka dotted grocery tote bags because New Hampshire is voting on whether they're going to get rid of plastic bags. And one of our team members was having a 31 party, and I love 31. I love their bags and everything. But she said, here, I'll post a link to my 31. You guys can buy a bag there. And I deleted her comment, and I private messaged her, and I said, I don't want my customers buying 31 bags on my customer page. I want them buying the Pampered Chef bags. So she was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. It happens all the time. It's fine. But just pay attention that you're posting in the Incredibles team page, not on my VIP page. I want you on my VIP page, and the only consultants that are allowed on my VIP page are my consultants. And the reason you can be there is you can steal anything from my page. You can pretend my recipes are your recipes. You can take photos. You can take ideas. I want you to use my page to spawn ideas for you on your page, okay? So let's say you take a picture of your breakfast and you post it to your page. Then I want you to green dot 20 people and say, hey, Carrie, did you see my blah, 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 blah? I was so awesome this morning. You know, I did da, 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 or just something. Start a conversation with 20 people. And I want you to track your 20 people. Remember, 5 a day. That's almost a whole week's worth in one. 20 people. I want you to start having conversations. Because if you're not starting new conversations, you're never going to get around to the fact that you do Pampered Chef, and would they like to host a party? Would they like to have a fun theme show? Okay, when you're chatting with them, make sure that you're trying to drive them to your customer VIP page. And the reason you want to do that, and you can ask if you want to add them, is because that's where you're going to do raffles, that's where you're going to do your Facebook Live, and those are the people who are interested in Pampered Chef, so you can market to them. People get paid on the 1st and the 15th, so that's the day we're going to offer outlet specials to each of you guys each month in your VIP page, not on your regular page, only on your VIP page. And we're going to schedule it into our phones, this post. So all of you guys take your phone out, mark on the 15th a repeated event that says post an outlet special. Now the good thing is your leaders and I got together and we delegated out 12 months of this. So each month, one of us is going to give you the image on our team page that says, here's what you're going to post on your VIP customer page. Guests can add outlet items to a show order, or they can just shop on your website and order. But we want to do a push once a month about the outlets. Like, oh my gosh, like right now, the professional knives with the old handle design are on clearance. So I did a blurb to anybody who bought a knife and said, hey, if you need to finish your collection of knives, you want to check out my outlet. I will show you too, when we're done this, how to actually look up people who have purchased those knives in the past. Is that the last slide? Let me see. Maybe it is. Hold on. It is. All right. So let's go to, oh, I have to close this lady's order. She called right before you guys. Okay. So if you are in your personal business reports under selling and recruiting, you can look up an order history for everybody who purchased a specific product. Okay, so if I need to know what that specific product is, I need to find the post. Christine Ogier, do you mind looking up one of the knives, the number of one of the old knives off of that outlet photo, or even if you just go to your page? I think between you and I, we could come up. Oh, here we go. Is there an item number? Here we go, 1052. Ta-da. All right, so you go here and you say product purchased by a specific customer. All customers who purchased a specific product. That's what I want. What did I say? 15 what? 1052. So 1052. So I want to know everybody that purchased that knife. And guess what I'll be doing tomorrow? I'll be sending an image, an outlet image to these people with a message that says, I know that you have purchased some of our professional knives. If you would like to complete your collection with the same handles, we've upgraded our knives and yours are on our outlet. And then I'm going to give them my website so that all they have to do is click a button and they can get right to my outlet and buy the product. Make it really easy for them to purchase. One moment. I must have a lot of people that bought this. All right, so while that's generating, you guys can unmute. We're open for Q&A.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'll mute you. Anybody else have any questions? Anything that you saw on the PowerPoint? Any questions about booking January and February? What to say? Who to talk to? Nobody has any questions? You're all booked up, right? You got all the bookings you need. Well, I don't have all the bookings. I still have open dates, girls. So let me tell you what I'm doing. So here's my calendar. And I had 4 cancellations already this month. 2 that happened before January even got here. And then 2 since January got here. So I still have, oh good, my report's finally done. Here we go. So here's a list of all the people that purchased from me that night. Look at them all. I got a lot of people I can text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export it into a PDF file right here. Export to PDF. Come on. Why is it not doing that? Maybe I'll have to export it into an Excel. Normally you just click here and it goes right into a PDF. Maybe my computer is just slow because I have so many tabs open. That is so weird. So normally I can just export it and then I print it out and that way I check, I'll do a check. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do, because it's not, I'm not sure why it's not doing that. I'll just take screenshots of it so I know who they are and what they bought. And then I'll just scroll down, I'll take a screenshot again. Some of them may have purchased the entire knife block set, so they won't need any more for that. But if I tell them that it's on their outlet and I give them my website and the outlet, they're probably gonna go and look. I did that the other day and one lady went to go buy one little thing on the outlet and she spent $140. So you just never know what you're gonna get for from sales from that. You might not get anything one month. I mean, some months, some of the girls got tons and tons of orders and I didn't get any. And then other months, I got really good orders. So, you know, it's the day, the people, who's on Facebook, who's actually looking at it, you know what I'm saying? So, so anyway, I still have open dates. So what am I doing? I am doing what I'm telling you to do. I'm leading by example. I am making my 5 contacts a day or more. I am reaching out to people. Oh, finally, here we go. Knife outlet special, January 2019, and I will save that to my desktop. I guess it was just taking a long time. So now I can actually just print it out. And then I'm a paper person. I like to just check it off. It makes me feel better. And then I can just take a picture of that and upload it to you guys and tell you how many I messaged or called. Okay, well, we're done early. year end, I just want to give a congratulations. Jen Mitchell is on. Jen Mitchell was our overall Incredibles team sales achiever. Jen, do you have your year end stats, Jen, in front of you?
No.
Okay. Okay. I bet
I
you
don't. But I think what you put was like when we looked before in your PowerPoint. I think it said something around 33,000.
Yes, yes, which is awesome. Now, 2 tips for those of you who are looking to up your sales and stuff. You might have noticed on our team page that I posted a, or maybe I did them the Disney page. That's where I did it. I'll show you guys it. One of the things I did not know about when I was just selling a little at a time, I did not know about Excellence Awards. So when you sell $55,000 between June 1st and May 31st, and the reason they gap it that way is because National Conference is in the summer, so they want your numbers to be done by May so they can calculate you by June so that they can award you by July. So $55,000 in sales, you'll earn an Excellence Awards. And if you qualify 15 team members this year, you'll get Excellence in another category. So you can actually earn Excellence in 4 categories. I chose the gift cards because I really like to shop, but they had all different types of things. And this year, if you earn Excellence, same thing. You can choose how you want to earn your Excellence Award. So you can look that stuff up here under awards and recognition. And then you can go down to Excellence Awards here and you can read all about it. It tells you how much you'll earn. $350 gift card, $500, $650, or $800. And it shows you there's a category, there's a place that shows you where you can get there's like a catalog of all the different things. Last year you could have gotten a bike, a tent, I mean, all different types of crazy things like that. So I liked shopping, so I got gift cards. All right. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. Anything I can answer for you? All right.
Just working it.
Just working it. That's right.
I'll just say, Sue, that I was going into January with, I don't think I had very many parties booked at all, and I have 8 now. So, and it's just from green dotting mostly.
Tell me what you're saying, or tell everybody what you're saying when you're green dotting.
I posted it, I believe, in both groups, so people could go back and search for it.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Let's bump it up. If you go in and find it and bump it up, say, I booked 8 by green dotting this. Okay. And that'll bump it to the top of our page. That's awesome. And guys, I mean, Jen's going to give you some words. I'm going to give you some words. Susan's going to give you some words. Christine's going to give you some words. But honestly, sometimes it's not the words that matter. It's the action. It really is. There's no perfect words. You've got to make it sound like you. If you're from the South and y'all talk like this and you go, y'all, I would not probably be saying y'all unless I was hanging out with y'all. And then I pick up your accent. So make sure that whatever the word choices that we post, you make it your own. That's great, Jen. 8 makes you great. That's where we want to be. 8 shows a month. If you can be at that level, you're going to earn 2nd level Disney usually. 8 between that and recruiting. So, all right. So I've been reaching out to some of you guys. I've been having some one-on-one calls with you guys. If you have not registered to have a one-on-one call with me to kind of go over your stats and go over some strategies, please reach out to me so that we can get that done. I did not have shows this week until Friday, but I have shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. So I have time on Monday during the day, and I have time during the day on those days to make some calls. So if you have not scheduled a call with me, let me know. All right, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. Let me stop screen sharing if I can find out. There we go. And I will be in touch with you, Carrie Sandblum, tomorrow. I saw your text. I'll read it tonight and we'll chat tomorrow. All right. Good night, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.